So as LeBron is about to pass Kareem's all-time scoring record, one thing people have to keep in mind is it would be completely unfair to use that as a criteria to say he's the best player ever, for one simple reason, is that anybody who's ever called Michael Jordan or anyone besides Kareem Abdul-Jabbar the best player ever would then owe Kareem a written apology. He should have been the best player this entire time if longevity is the primary criteria. Right, 3 of the great players of that era, Michael's era, like Larry Bird had to retire early because of his bad back. Michael retired twice in the prime of his career because of his father's death, and then just because he wanted to before he came back with the Wizards, and then finally Magic because of the HIV situation. So there was always this understanding that peak performance is more important. So I'm a peak performance guy where I believe 50% of a measure of a player, this is just my opinion, 50% of how I rate a player is based on how good were they at their best. 25% is longevity, and the other 25% is sort of accolades and intangibles and things that are kind of less measurable. With respect to LeBron, it wouldn't change my opinion that much. The fact of the matter is, we saw the best version of him either on Cleveland the first time or certainly with the Miami Heat, where he was a great two-way player like 2012, 2013, when I said he should have been Defensive Player of the Year. I think Marc Gasol won it. So the point there is that's the best version. So if you want to say that's the top 5 player of all time, certainly it would have to be. If you want to say that's the top 3 player of all time, I'm comfortable with that too. You could make a case for top 1. I personally wouldn't, but that's what I care about more than anything. So the longevity is nice. It's like icing on the cake. But to me, it's like in a vacuum, it doesn't change what you were at your best or what you weren't at your best. Obviously, his is as good as almost anybody. Yeah, I think it's very disingenuous because we're going to hear this now, is that, oh, because he did that, he's the GOAT, which is, again, if you want to use that as a criteria, it's completely fair. But the amount of fanfare Michael got compared to Kareem is completely unacceptable then, because Kareem had done it. He should have been the GOAT from the day he retired or even before, and he should have been till just now. So it is not the criteria you should be using. Again, you'd have a better case making it just saying LeBron at his best is the best ever, which you could conceivably make that case, especially when you look at playoff performances. Longevity, though, like I said, to me is secondary.